Alright, how's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about Nami from One Piece and why I feel like she's heavily nerfed on purpose all the time. Because her potential is unbelievable, especially after the recent power-ups in Whole Cake and Wano and all the different things she has. And I just want to talk about her actual potential if she was given the basic high tier power, so basic hockey abilities practically, on top of what she already has. And then future potential of our actual character, let's say if she doesn't get hockey, what her abilities could potentially be. Because let's be real, if Oda really wanted to, he could honestly at this point make Nami one of the top tiers in the verse, because she has Zeus is one of Big Mom's strongest homies, right? If not at least top 3 of her strongest homies, right? Until Hera came about, of course. But my point being is that if it was utilized properly by Nami and with hockey involved as well, she would be so busted. Obviously, endgame, I'm hoping Nami's kind of like a Zeus figure, like the actual mythical god Zeus. It's kind of like that. That's kind of her. Maybe what would be her title? Maybe lightning goddess Nami or something, or maybe something we were all doing an L joke. Maybe Kami Nami or some shit. Because didn't they call an L Kami? Was that only in the Viz translation? I don't know. But all I'm saying is this shit would be cool if end of series she was a literal lightning god. I think that'd be so sick. Because that potential is there, right? Realistically, I think Nami has the potential, if Oda really wanted to turn her into one, she could totally, with her current abilities and basic armament hockey, basically be a top tier. Because if you think about it, she can being able to basically arm her body with armament hockey would make it so her biggest weakness, which is the fact that she's basically a glass cannon, is technically gone. And she also has a pseudo form of Toon Force with Zeus's abilities now, with the whole in the climate act. I mean, this shit's gonna be bad. If we get to see her fight with Zeus's ability soon, a proper fight, she can do some really fucking cool shit, because not only does she have complete control over the lightning he produces, she also knows weather, so she can be smart with it. In fact, realistically, you could say she could do she could recreate a curate or some shit, really, if she really wanted to. There's some really cool shit Nami could do, on top of the fact that if she was able to armify herself, she could probably do a lightning armor, because she could cover the parts that would be electrified. So if she had she could cover the parts that would be electrified, and it'd be a mix of a blue lightning and armament hockey. And that would be so fucking cool. Imagine making an armor set out of that. I mean, they wouldn't even need to use the hockey, because obviously Oda could make up some reason. Maybe Zeus can make it not harmful to one person in particular. He can make it some bullshit Toon Force reason if he really wanted to. Or Luffy could turn it into rubber, you never know. Maybe that's what it is. So it just has the properties of lightning, but it doesn't affect the person wearing it. I don't know. Luffy's new ability could turn shit mad. But imagine that. Nami has lightning armor from Zeus on top of the climate act. I don't know, it'd be really cool if she gets at some point she gets a Nimbus cloud type thing, because then it'd be she'd be kind of doing a Journey to the West Zeus style thing. I do still want her to have basically become the Greek god Zeus by the end of the series, practically, with the abilities. That's kind of my hope for Nami. I'm very intrigued on to see what she can do, because realistically, right, Robin is very strong, right? Robin is a great combatant, and if you gave her armament hockey, she'd be an amazing combatant, which we assume she has after the Black Maria fight. At least I do. Well, my point being is that Nami is someone with such varied abilities and such cool abilities. She can control fire, she can control certain weather conditions, and she can create them as well. Imagine if she gets Prometheus at some point. If she gets Prometheus at some point, and she can combine Prometheus and Zeus, think of the crazy shit that could go on. It'd be fun if we had it this way, okay? Because in my head a while back when I was reading One Piece and reading Whole Cake Island and Nami first caught Zeus, I was like, oh, I see where he's going. He's gonna have Nami be the next Big Mom, but she's gonna be on Luffy's crew, so it's gonna recreate the Rocks Pirates in a sense. Well, I didn't think Rocks Pirates, but now that I'm talking, it's the Rocks Pirates, if you think about it. Because if Yamato joins the crew, that would be like the Kaido representation, right? And then you got Nami at full power with Zeus as like the Big Mom representation, okay? Obviously, it's not the full Rocks Pirates, so the idea of the Rocks Pirates is a bit overstretching there. But like his two biggest enemies in the New World so far, to have basically like newer versions of them through his crewmates is a super cool idea, and it kind of, you know, gives Luffy the status of like Rocks. He has some powerhouses. You know what I mean? He has like these powerhouses. He has the King of Hell Zoro. He has Stealth Black from Germa 66. You know, like he's got so many badass people, and why not have like a Greek Zeus god with lightning control and basic Toon Force, and like that shit will be mad. So cool, so cool. By the way, Toon Force, as far as I'm aware, is like the ability, like the wacky abilities like Luffy has currently, and the stuff that's in, like the stuff that Zeus can do in her climate attack and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Also, she has like a chain chomp now, and that is just really cool. The idea of Nami just swinging around a chain chomp like and just attacking people like that, and it like has like, I don't know. All right, just for context, I really love lightning abilities, so I'm just having fun with this, right? Oh, I don't know, it'd be just so cool, honestly, to see Nami get that power up and like be properly utilized as a combatant with the lightning powers. I don't know, I want to see more lightning use. Either make Nami a combatant or bring Enel back into the story. I need to see more lightning in One Piece, bro. Oh man, I'm telling you, that's part of the reason I love Big Mom, because she's a lightning user, boys. Oh, dude, Nami could be so much more powerful. And it's such an interesting idea to talk about, because there's so many different things you could do with her. In terms of that, you could have like, alright, you could obviously have the lightning abilities that we've talked about before. But if she gets Prometheus, she knows how to control fire. So then we've got her like combining the abilities, as I said before. But she could be like, she could like emulate Sanji's abilities in a more elegant way. So it has like in her own fashion, and it's like inspired by Sanji. On top of the fact she could probably flame her climate attack with fire on top, and the lightning on top of it, and do like a weird, you know, like fire style, lightning style combination Naruto looking thing. Like that would be fucking sick. I don't know if I'm visualizing it right, but like a flamed chain chomp with lightning, like that shit would be sick. Or the armor idea I was talking about earlier, if she had like lightning armor with like flame laced over it, so then when you like go to attack her, you get shocked by lightning and burnt by fire. That shit would be so cool, man. There's a lot of stuff they can do, and I know there's no hint of her getting Prometheus, so this is just this part here is literally just a bunch of speculation with no grounds whatsoever. But I just love the idea for her getting some sort of fire powers at some point, considering she can control weather. I think it'd be cool at some point if she gets like different creatures for different wind control. Like if she gets a wind creature at some point, or maybe if Zeus learns to control wind, because I don't know, lightning you kind of have to have a bit of wind for lightning, so maybe. There's a lot that could be done. I'm just really excited. It's a very fun idea to me, just to speculate about Nami's abilities, because honestly, I love how creative Oda is with his fights and his characters. Like the powers he's given all these Straw Hats is fascinating to me, and like the way he goes about it. It's just a pity that their Onigashima fights were so short. Nami didn't even get a proper fight. Can I just explain? This is why I'm making this video, because she didn't even get a proper fight, man. Power up to the point where she can fight at the very least. She doesn't have to fight the most powerful opponents, but like power up to the point where she can actually have a 1v1 fight with like the opponent she's facing, and not have to get assistance from Big Mom with amnesia, and actually have a really interesting fight. Like we got our one and only great Robin fight in the post time skip era, on top of getting a pretty good fight for Jinbei at the start, although it was on mostly exposition. It was still a pretty good fight. Jinbei whopped the floor with it. It was cool to see, right? And we got Usopp didn't do much, but to be fair, Usopp I think was really good in this arc, because he's there for support, and support is really cool for Usopp. It really works for him in the way he does it. Like, you know, even when he was talking to Kiku and Kinemon, that just really, I think it works for Usopp. He doesn't really need to fight directly. He's a sniper. They're like real they wait for their moment to strike and they strike. It would have been cool, right, if the page 1 and ulti fight was like Nami basically fighting them, obviously losing, but she was waiting for Usopp's chance to strike, and then Usopp strikes like a shot with, let's say, armament hockey. I know he doesn't have armament hockey, but he's awake in observation, so he could have easily had armament, right? And then they did it so where Nami would distract them and damage them slightly with like her lightning abilities, wind tornadoes and stuff like that, and then when Usopp got the chance, he'd take a shot and it would do damage or catch them in things. And it would be an interesting way to beat them. Like, if you had them as like a duo, I think they'd be a really good duo for fights and stuff like that. You know, and if they both got, like, Usopp for me, right, obviously he needs power-ups in a sense, but I don't feel like he needs that many power-ups, because again, he's a sniper. So it's like, he just needs to be used in the sense where he takes his moment to strike and he takes it well, you know? So I think him working as a duo with Nami is a good idea, but I just feel like they kind of wasted it a little bit. In a sense. I really hope Nami does get a proper fight though. Do you know what'd be really cool? If we don't get this power up, it'd be really cool. Whenever we get to Marijois and if they unleash prisoners and Arlong is there for some reason, just imagine if Arlong attacks Nami and Nami gets to fight Arlong. That would be so cool. Like, and we see how much she's grown to this point where she could actually beat Arlong, like in a 1v1 fight. And I understand Arlong is pretty weak compared to the opponents we're fighting now, but Nami is like pretty strong realistically, especially for a non-hockey user. She's probably one of the strongest non-hockey users currently out there. But that's my point. There's so many cool things you could do with Nami, you know? So I feel like giving her a power-up so she can fight slightly stronger opponents. I feel like if she was on... Not that if she was on the level of page 1 and ulti, because I understand why you wouldn't make her that strong, because that's basically Katakuri level, right? Because post-Rio, Luffy was struggling with ulti in page 1. Granted, it was the two of them, but that's my point, right? I feel like Nami should have been... Probably about, let's say, post-Rio Luffy is like 120% of Luffy from the Katakuri fight, right? Let's say Nami was like 70% of that, or even 75. I think that's a good power rating for her, where she can actually fight, like her and Usopp can fight the enemies together with a cool duo fighting style. I think that'd be sick, man. I honestly do. There's so much of it. I just feel like, I don't know. Because even with the duos in the Straw Hat fights are actually really cool, to be honest. Even Brook and Robin I like as a duo in terms of their fights. I think Frankie as a one-on-one fighter is pretty good, because his is just all-out brawls. I will say the Sasaki fight was a little disappointing, but I do like the way Frankie's fights are just all-out brawls. But I do also think if him and Jinbei teamed up and they were like, oh man, like, you know, two brawling bros, and it was like they would just Jinbei and Frankie just having a fist fight against opponents, that would also be cool. Now I'm just talking about a Straw Hat fighting duos, but that's my point. This shit could be really exciting, and I think if Nami got a really good power up for the next arc and was able to use Zeus in a really interesting way, I honestly think we could have some really fucking amazing fights. Like, remember our fight against Caulifla? Like, that was some cool shit. I will say some of Caulifla's ability kind of brought it down a little bit, but Nami really showed off her stuff and she was very creative. So I feel like it would work well if she was able to have proper fights like this in future arcs. Now, I do get why they had Big Mom get involved, because it's to show off how shrewd Nami is, and it kind of works that way, but you can still incorporate that into the current fights anyway. You know, you could have her trick the opponents, and you could use Usopp for that. Or you could use enemies for that in different ways. You know, I still enjoyed it. I just feel like it was a bit disappointing that we didn't actually get to see her fight properly. But hey, what do you guys think is a cool Nami power-up? Let me know in the comments, because I really want to know. And with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe for more One Piece content from me, and I'll see you all there. Goodbye!